Sanji.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chairman. The Protection of Interests in Aircraft Objects Bill 2025 aims to ratify the Convention on International Interests in Mobile Equipment 2001, commonly known as the Cape Town Convention, along with its protocol. This critical international treaty establishes a standardized legal framework for transactions involving movable aviation assets, such as aircrafts, engines, and helicopters, while providing essential legal protections for creditors, lessors, and financiers. Yet, despite signing the Cape Town Convention in 2008, India failed to ratify it for nearly 2 decades, rendering its provisions legally ineffective all this time. The convention sat in limbo, ignored and unenforced, while other nations moved ahead. The bill has finally been introduced, but not before India faced a downgrade in its Cape Town Convention compliance rating by the Aviation Working Group, a downgrade that has had real financial consequences for Indian airlines. Higher leasing costs, diminished investor confidence, and unnecessary economic strain, all because of delayed action. Global lessors and financiers closely track AWG ratings, particularly for a market as massive as India, the world's 3rd largest domestic aviation sector. Yet, despite this stature, India lags behind Pakistan in compliance. Pakistan, with a passenger market of just 7.6 billion, holds a higher AWG rating than India, which has a staggering 327 million passengers in the same period. The reason is India's failure to act within time. And let's be clear, this delay wasn't due to ignorance. In 2018, the Ministry of Civil Aviation proposed ratifying the Cape Town Convention. Nothing happened. In 2022, another attempt was made. Again, nothing happened. And now in 2025, after years of delay, the bill has finally reached Rajya Sabha. Yes, the bill is a step forward, but India's aviation sector deserves better, faster, and more decisive governance, not policies that come into effect only after the damage is done. Sir, I would like to point out now that the aviation sector of the country is facing many challenges and is in poor state, needs immediate attention. Firstly, the infrastructure at many airports across India remains inadequate, with notable deficiencies even in key airports. Take Chennai International Airport, one of the top 50 airports in Asia, handling over 18 million passengers annually. Yet, what do we see? Chennai Airport is now lagging behind compared to other international airports. The glass panels falls down. The construction is being done years together in a snail's pace, hampering free movement. A critical shortages of aero bridges, forcing international flights to operate under subpar conditions. Only 4 aero bridges for countless international flights. This blatant lack of infrastructure has forced airlines to withdraw operations, cutting off vital connectivity, hurting businesses, and inconveniencing passengers. And if that wasn't enough, the Director General of Civil Aviation has made matters worse by shifting point of call to Hyderabad and Bangalore, sidelining Chennai. Demand from Chennai to Vietnam in 2024 stands at 32,000, while Hyderabad has only 21,000, yet flights are being pushed to Hyderabad. Why? Privatization was promised as a path to progress. Instead, we are witnessing monopolization in favor of one group, that is Adani, which controls 8 major airports, handling 25% of traffic and 1/3 of air cargo. One corporate giant wields unchecked power over critical national assets. Where are the safeguards? Where is the fair competition and growth of others? The neglect does not end with the Chennai airport. Parandur second airport establishment is going in a snail's pace, even when the state government has given its fullest support. Madurai, Tiruchi, Coimbatore, Salem and Tuticorin airports, which are critical for regional connectivity and economic growth, are left to rot with substandard infrastructure with no development. Hosur Airport has not taken off, despite government was ready to offer vast lands more than 2,000 acres. Let's talk about the skyrocketing cost of air travel. In just 2 years, fares have surged by 40%. Airlines are manipulating demand, artificially creating scarcity, and exploiting passengers for profit. Chennai to Delhi ticket for rupees 70,000. This is not just an unfair, it is a daylight robbery. If you book wrongly and do cancellation, the cancellation charges is collected at 8,000 rupees by the airlines. The seat of the aircraft is not maintained properly. Toilets are also not maintained properly. Sir, why announcement in Tamil, Malayalam or Telugu is not made inside the aircrafts, which leads to or destines the states like Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh or Telangana. The languages should be passenger friendly rather than your language formula. In Chennai airport, the language 2 minutes extra, madam. Yes. In Chennai airport, the lounges have magazine in doesn't have magazine in Tamil. Only after I fought, the magazines were purchased and kept there in Chennai lounges. Sir, right to travel is a fundamental right. Therefore, providing aircraft is a public service. There can be a profit, but not profiteering at the cost of public interest. Should not aircraft services be regulated? Where is the accountability? The government must step in and cap airfare prices. We need a regulatory framework that ensures fair pricing based on the seasonality and flight times, not at the whims of profit-hungry airlines. The regulatory authority has to fix the standards of airport, amenities, air charges, fixation of fees and other charges for air services, and should not be left to the discretion of the private. 2 minutes, madam, I'll complete. Of the private concessionaire or the airlines. Why the sector alone is unregulated all these years? Our aviation sector should be a driving force for economic growth, but it is being suffocated by mismanagement, greed and neglect. I urge the government to take immediate steps to strengthen airport infrastructure, introduce climate-conscious policies and establish regulatory mechanisms.
You've already taken a lot of time.
Pricing regulations to make air travel accessible and sustainable for all Indians. It is time we move beyond hollow promises and deliver real, tangible results for the aviation sector and the people of this nation. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Shri Sandeep Kumar Pathak ji.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, Madam. At the